In 1998, in summer, preparing for my match against Shirov, it seems that all these key ideas in Bishop E3 line I was analyzing at my World Championship preparations, 93, 95 and now 98. I paid attention to this move Knight A4, very natural move. I guess it was played by Korneev at the Grandmasters level, and it looked that White had quite decent attacking chances, and obviously Knight on A4 could play more role in White's attack than Knight from E2 and of course then from B1. It took few crushing defeats and few attempts for Black to realize that the traditional ways of countering this move not working, like D5 or Knight E5. So let's start with D5, and White plays Knight H3. And one of the first games what Korneev played was Knight E5, G5, Knight FG7, and then simply B3. Also, I think that F4, Knight C4, Queen E2 gives White a very strong attack. Black tried naturally to use this typical maneuver G5, just to stop White's advance here. And here I played 2 games with White, 2 nice wins, both in 2000. Against Van Velde in Vikanze, I played Bishop G2, and Van Velde made a mistake, so he took on H4 while Rook G8, 8 takes G5 could give him much better chances than in the game. Now Bishop takes G5 is not working because of Knight E4. I would have played Knight B3. It's a complicated position, but definitely Black has some hopes to reach normal position, since White attack is not advancing with the same pace. So Van Velde took on H4, which was a mistake. Rook takes H4. Now it's clear that after Knight takes E4, White sacrificed in exchange for almost a decisive attack. There's nothing Black can offer to stop at E5, D6 for instance. And Queen A5, B3 also doesn't improve Black's position. Van Velde took on E4, G5, now Knight D5, taking on F3, Gf6, Fg2, Knight takes C6. That's quite typical, and Black doesn't have enough compensation in the end game. So it might be probably more resilient, and the game would last longer. But still, I'm sure it's only White can improve in these lines. Knight D5, Rook takes E4. Now after Queen A5. It's a typical sacrifice. What's unusual is that is not Bishop now ends up on E6 after sacrificing the Knight, but Rook, King F7, and now Queen D3. That's the move that took me some time to actually find out, because after King E6, Queen E4, Knight E5, Bishop H3, it's the Black position is collapsing. So Van Velde took on G5, Queen takes G5, and now the only chance was to take on G5 and at least to play the endgame without a pawn, which is also lost, but it could prolong the game in resistance. After Queen A5, F4, White attack goes unhindered, so there's nothing Black can do. Rook H2 is quite desperate, and then the same idea, Queen D3, taking on E6 looks to an immediate disaster after Bishop takes D5 and Bishop G7, Queen A5, Rook takes D5. So White is totally dominating. Rook E7, and that's it. But 2 months later in Reykjavik in the Rapid, I already played H takes G5, H5, E5 against Vojtkevic, who undoubtedly would play 14 Rook G8 instead of G takes H4. So after H takes G5 and E5, Knight E5, Bishop G5, White is better, and Vojtkevic couldn't find a good defense, so he played Rook G8, and then after Knight B6 he collapsed quickly. He even played Knight C4, which led to an immediate disaster after Knight takes E6, and then g5, and game was over. After queen takes b6, bishop f6, knight c4, queen a2, it's also very dangerous for black. White just attacks for just one sacrifice pawn. And after bishop e7, queen e2, I also prefer white. I think this line is not to be recommended. So we can see if black meets knight a4 with d5, then after bishop h3, white knight is well positioned on a4, much better than on b1 or e2. So that's why black has to invent other ideas. And it's quite natural that if white knight is on a4, the counter chances should be related to this knight, and black shouldn't waste time on d5 but do something on the queen side immediately.